Four people. Heath, what's going on? Am I here? No, I'm not here. Hey, John, how are you? And Randy, how are you doing? I didn't see anybody else doing a live stream right now, so I figured, heck, do one. Dave, how you doing? All except for my hand. Split Rock, what's going on? I have I have the camera on. It's giving me trouble, but I got another camera standing by just in case. I finally finished replacing all the switches in my paper mill area, and then I've got all of my yard ladder replaced as well. So I've just got I've just got to get. Hey, Martin, I didn't see Rodney. Was he on? I don't know. He's been very sporadic lately, so I didn't see him on, so maybe I just missed it when I looked. Wilmer. Yeah. I know. Usually he was on at this time, so that's why I said I looked and I didn't see anybody else, so I figured I'd do a live stream. Yeah, I was gonna come up here and switch this north end and see what was going on up here. I hope it's not the Falling Flying Crow show. If it's the Falling Crow, we'll be in trouble. I did do some testing last night, and my switches seem to not give me any problems. My new ones, so I'm really happy about that. I did find something else out though. I found out how. Yeah, that's right. I found out how poorly out of geometry I had laid my track. When I put these new switches in, they didn't line up, and now everything's a lot straighter than it was. So I was real happy about that, and I got the chance to use some number 10s. So all of my crossovers are going to be number 10s, I guess. I wanted to use number 8s, but it seems like Walthers is taking their sweet time about getting the number 8s shipped out to the dealers. So number 10s will work though. I've got room. So I mean it's a little overkill, I know, but still. Heath says, I wish it was better, but it is what it is. Heath, man, you're living large. Yeah, John. I don't need any curve turnouts, but they're being slow to ship those too. Hey, John, how you doing? Um, they are the curve turnouts and the number eights are going to be out kind of around the same time. They say I talked to a hobby shop guy today down here, and Walter says they're in transit, whatever that means. A spatula. Why? Because we eat roadkill? Is that what it is? Dave, it's not too hot. I mean, it's 72 degrees in my shed. So, yeah, so John 2618, not John Schoolkill. So yeah, they it does say they're in transit. That's all it says. So in transit could mean they're in Walter's warehouse and haven't been logged in, or it could mean they're still on the Pacific Ocean. In transit means doesn't mean anything right now. So they were supposed to be here at the end of this month, so I imagine they're close anyway. I did get my power booster back from NCE repaired, so because it had overheated and shorted out. So I haven't hooked it back in yet because I want to get the circuit breakers. They're EV1 circuit breakers on my layout first, so I don't do that again. And I'm going to order those tonight, and so they should be here by Monday. Dragon Lover, how's it going? Yeah, that's about what it means, Wilmer. In transit means they don't know where it is. It's somewhere on the ethereal plane. So, wow, we had 9, now we got 6. Yeah, right, Martin. Yeah, I don't know what caused it to overheat my power booster, but it did. I mean, it got hot enough to where I could hardly touch it. So, and that was without it being plugged into the track, so it wasn't even plugged in. Yeah, Heath, I think it is hotter up there than it is in Texas. Isn't that crazy? So, John, your package is in Puerto Rico and came from 100 miles away and it went to Puerto Rico. Isn't that wonderful? Post office, probably. Um, so far, I have not had issues with UPS. I've had my local hobby shop guy. Well, local, I mean he's 70 miles away. That's as local as it gets. And it he uses UPS now. He originally was using the post office, and it was taking me 2 weeks to go 70 miles. 2 weeks for a package. But now I usually get it overnight or the following day. If he ships tomorrow, I might get it Saturday, but I might get it Monday. But that'll be the longest it'll take for me to get something. Yeah, Split Rock. I just haven't gotten brave enough to build switches, and now that I'm down to the last few that I need again, I'm not going to do it. I probably should have, but I am very satisfied with these new Walther switches. If you don't know, they're actually the old Shinohara switches. When the Shinohara, uh, when the owner of that company retired, all of their drawings and everything was turned over to Walthers, and that's Walthers got those, and that's what how they're manufacturing their new switches. They are actually Shinohara's designs. So it's they are exceptional. I have not had one problem with them. Um, I have run. I've run in my yard. When I finished my yard ladder, I ran about. I did a lot of switching on them and had. Hey Roy, how you doing? Larry, how's it going? And had. Um, I guess I ran. I don't know. I've run at least 50 or 100 cars over those switches, and it has zero derailments. So I can't complain about that. Yeah, I hope they keep up the quality too. So, Larry, where's my local hobby shop? Uh, the guy that I get it from is in Athens, Texas, Jack Harris, Harris Hobbies. You can go out there, but he's out in the middle of nowhere. So he usually likes to ship mainly. He does have a place with all his stock set out, but it's he does mostly mail order stuff. But like I said, when he's out there, his address is Athens, Texas, but he's about 30 miles from Athens, so out in the middle of nowhere. Boy, yeah. Yeah, Split Rock Loco Hobby Shop. Oh, John, that's great. Golf cart driving distance. Norman, how you doing? Yeah, the let's see if I turn my camera around towards me. What happens? Um, I don't know if it'll stay connected, but it does. Yeah, so it is. So what was I starting to say? 'Cause I'm getting old now. Lost my train of thought. Train of thought derailed. Uh, but anyway, that's my local hobby shop. And I said but it's too far for me to normally drive. I've driven out there a couple times, but it's just he ships so quickly. He ships the same day you order, so I usually just order it UPS. So hey Jerry, there's Jerry. Jerry, you getting cooler? CP368 Productions. Wow, I'm surprised. I think I'm almost getting more on this live stream, my ad hoc live stream, than I do for On Track Tuesday. So, oh, good. That's good to know. Maybe it will here. It's just staying in the 90s here. Yeah, lower to mid 90s. So that's that's normal this time of year. When it gets up to 100 here this time of year, that's just normal. So especially in August. August is when it's really usually the hottest. Go via or go home. What's going on, Joe Rader? How you doing? Um, so it's good. That's good. I do chair tricks on the. No, no chair tricks. I don't like doing those. I might make a mistake one time. I'm getting old enough where I could break a bone or something. But I probably wouldn't with as much milk as I drink. So I uh, I am a milk drinker, so I get calcium. I need a I need probably I should get my own cow. So Wilmer, how did your experiment turn out? I didn't hear from you. Oh, okay. That's okay. All right, let me go down here and see if I can get. I'm really surprised. This camera is the one that usually gives me fits, and it seems to be working okay. So I'm going to go down here and do some switching. Only 100 today. So this is a manifest for a train that's on the main line, but I think I'll do the switching first. So I don't know if you can see it, but I've got an Atlas MP15 down there, and that Atlas MP15 is a does not have a keep alive in it, or current keep, or whatever you want to call it. So I am going to. That's what I always try to use. Up. See what happened? See, this is what. I know you can still hear me because I'm not using the microphone from that. There we go. So the hey Ian, how you doing? So the MP15 I've got way down there. See if I can zoom in. So you can barely see it way down there. Hey Dave, how you doing? Is the one I use when I want to test things because it has no keep alive in it. So I'm gonna use it to do all my switching this evening. So I'll know where my I'll know if I have any track problems. So far, it hasn't given me any problems. So, and I like my you know I like my MP15. It's great. Like I said, it's an Atlas, and I put a Tsunami. I think it's a Econami that's in it, if I'm not mistaken. But Economies have pretty much all the same features as the Tsunami 2s. So it was one I put in a long time ago. I put in about 3 years ago. No, no 710s. I've got a 645. Um, this it's probably yeah. So this This SD40-2 I've got right here is on. This SD40 I haven't started yet, but all right. So I'll go down there and get the Jason, the train freak, helped me set up this SD40-2. And so what it does now when it's pretty cool. What it does when I blow the crossing horn, the rotary beacon light comes on and the bell rings. So when I do the crossing horn, so that's pretty cool. No split rock, no Alco stuff. KCS had their last Alco. They had an RS. I think they had an RS11. Maybe an RS1 also, but they got rid of them in 69 or 70. Yeah, Jason touched it. Terrible, isn't it? But he did good, so. I have my manifest here, so I know my switch list rather, so I know exactly where things go. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to, since my arrival and departure tracks are full, I'm probably going to get that stuff first and move it. And then I'll get the stuff from up here on the north end and switch that. So. Yeah, did they? I don't know where KCS's went. I don't know if they sold them or scrapped them. So, like I said, it was either 69 or 70 when they got rid of them. So, and they didn't have many; they only had a few. KCS has pretty much been an all EMD outfit. So, up until recently when they started buying GE stuff. So, all right. So let's see what I can do. So, all right, so I got to get these two box cars back here, of course. Can't get nothing up front. It's got to be the ones I got to get back. But I have to pick them up. I have to get them from this end because I've got to shove them back that way. If I went and got them from that end, then I'd trap my switcher and I have a problem. I don't know how well y'all can see what's going on. See if I can move this without making a mess. Yep, see, that's what happens every time I move it. Yep. it went back to this one. That's okay. All right. Yeah, try to use the other one because it's got a little higher resolution on it. But oh well. If I have to use this one, I have to use this one. So the good thing about switching is you find out which couplers you need to change. That's one thing. Oh, so Heath, what is the mirror for? This is when I'm laying track. So if you put a mirror on the track, you can actually see how straight it is, especially when you're at the where it's joined. So the mirror is really good for telling you that. Yeah, when you look at it through a mirror, you really find out how bad track work is. Well, I actually have been at this close here. So see now I knocked it off the track. What happens when you don't pay attention? Ray Ron, how's it going? What did I miss? It's not a good idea. Oh. Yeah, narcissism. That's right. All right. Well, let me see what I need to move off of 15. I've got 3 cars. Uh, this one. This one. And this 3. Okay. So these last 3 cars need to. I'm gonna take this off because I got to change the couplers out on this. They're going to repair. This little MP15 is a good hauler too because I can get almost 20 cars. You know, pulling almost 20 cars. So. See, right now it's got 16 cars on it. It's not even struggling. So, New Haven, how's it going? So you notice too that little switcher hadn't had any problems either. So. Oh, and it's time for coffee break. In the Flying Crow mug. What locomotive is which? This one here, or the one I'm doing the switching with? That is, yeah, this one right here is my bicentennial unit, my KCS bicentennial unit. It is an SD40. And then the other bicentennial unit I have sitting over in my yard, is an SD40-2. Huh. My first derailment. And what it is, it's this car. I've had problems with this one. I'm going to have to, that's, like I said, once you start switching, you start finding all your problems. So I am going to have to, this one's a truck problem. I tried to put Katie trucks on it. And when I did, when I put Katie trucks on that other one, it didn't. They didn't fit real well. And so I'm going to have to change them out and put the regular Athearn trucks back on them. Let's see. Since I'm pushing this one straight back, if I can just get it to push straight back. Yeah, that's why I do it. Can you tell the SD40 from the Dash 2? You're right. Whoever wrote that, let's see. Correct split lock, and Martin, you're right. Most of the changes were internal. And the earlier SD40s, the earliest ones had a brake stand on the back. So that's kind of another way you can tell. Whereas the later SD40s and the Dash 2s had the ratchet brake on the nose. Ooh, what a view! What a view! Let's see, 47 goes to 22. Perfect. So. Yeah, I'll tell you how far my geometry was off when I relayed the new track. Is I've actually got a 3-inch piece in here that I didn't have before. So ain't that something? Now before I leave that one there, this wood chip popper actually has to go has to get pulled out. So I'm going to grab it and put it on track 19. This track. So I'm gonna spot everything that I need to pull up to the marshalling area. I'm gonna spot it all on this track. Not switching heat. Oh yeah, so CP368's the same. Yeah, not when you're switching. You don't have to. Yeah, and that's one reason I made this track so long here, is to give me room to do this kind of stuff. I hope I hadn't missed anybody that came in, but if I did, hello. All right, so off of 21, I need to get 2 cars. And I only have 2 cars on 21, so I know what they are. What is the speed limit in my yard? 10 miles an hour. Oh, what happened? Plastic couplers, that's what happened. Steve, how's it going? You know, this is, I've been watching the chat, even when I can't answer. Hey, there's some good questions being asked, and I like that. And a lot of knowledge here. So, uh, there's even stuff that I don't know. So and there's a lot that I don't know, believe me. So that's good. That's good. We can all share like that. Turn my camera to where the action is. Yeah, that's right, Steve. It's Canada Day. So do I pick up this flat car off of 20? Yes. How high is my bench work? I don't remember exactly. I think it's about 42. Yeah, 43. And I love it. I would not have it any higher. I'm 6'1", and I think this 43 inches. He might could go up to 45, but I definitely wouldn't have it any higher than that. It's just not. It's not worth it trying to stretch and reach across stuff to me. So. Yeah, Heath. I don't know how tall you are, but like I said, I'm 6'1", and this is 43 inches high, and it's more than sufficient. I don't think I'd go much lower, but I sure wouldn't go much higher either. So you have a problem. Remember, the taller it gets, the harder it is to reach across. So. Heath is 3'4". All right. Yeah, it's a trade-off too. It depends on how wide your bench work is going to be. If you're only doing 18-inch wide bench work, you can go higher. But if you're going to do 2 foot, 45 inches is probably the max height you want to go. Yeah, Split Rock. Actually, when Jason helped me program my switcher to when it stops and backs up and goes forward to do the horn automatically. So. Now I've got one more car to pick up on 19 over here. So I've got to do 2 moves to get it. I've got to pull those ones out in front of it. I just shoved in front of it, and then I've got to put them back. Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. I said it's always a trade off. Um, height versus reach. You guys are too funny. Too funny. Oh, time for a commercial break. Don't forget your Flying Crow merchandise. And back to our show now. All right. Let's see what we can do here. See if I can bring it up a little Sorry about that. When I moved the computer, I pulled the plug. I pulled the internet connection out. So. So you got to pick up that. All right. Now let's see where I got to put them. Yeah, this is my paper mill. Hey, it's big, so.
Detector milepost 47.2. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Out.
Okay, so this one, the Pickens box star goes to 15. The wood chip popper, I'm going to sit back on 17. Yeah, that's good. It's 15. Uh, 18. Yeah. Okay. So the three cars go up here. I'll go on 15, which is this track. A couple cars actually have to go back down to the wood yard. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a minute. That way y'all can see what's going on. How to do that. Let's see, let's go into 18. Yeah, that's going 17. That's going to 18. And that's it. I tell you, for me, talking about trees, I don't know. One of the best things I have found to make trees with is digging up roots out in the front yard or the backyard, digging up plants that have roots, and some of them make great trees. It's just a little work, but it's free at least, you know. I want to make some wireframe trees, but I don't know what. They just seem to take so long. What? Did you say that man? Huh. Isn't that funny? I must have knocked it off the track and I went a couple of them. Funny me. Alright, so let's see how I'm going to do this. So this is the advantage of having two switchers in your yard. See you, Heath.
Detector milepost 47.2. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Out.
Let's see. Wood chip hopper goes on 17. Can y'all kind of see what's going on down there? I'm trying not to pull the network cable out. Yeah. What's going on? That's what it was. Didn't knock it off the track. I had no switch thrown the wrong way, which derailed it. Dummy me. James, how are you doing? Yeah, happy Canada Day. Yeah, sometimes when you're in a tight spot, you can use two switchers. There we go. Now we got everything taken care of. And it only took us an hour and 15 minutes. Good night, John. If I missed you, sorry. Woo! What a job. What a job. A switching job. Go. All right. So I got my paper mill switched. Got everything moved where it was supposed to be. Yeah, fairly, Dave. A couple little things. I think this one box car. I think I got some paint on the springs, but I want to replace them anyway because there's these are the older style Katy couplers. Let's see if they'll focus, and I want to replace them with the new style. Yeah, it's this one down at this end that gets stuck. I've got the stuff I need to replace them with. Just got to do it. Because these you can't just replace the couplers. There's when you take the shell off the boxcar, this whole end assembly comes out with the steps and everything. So that's what I've got to do. Barn full of trains. How's it going? Yeah, these Katy boxcars, I love them. I mean, they're so well detailed, but it's odd how you got to fix the couplers. There's a whole assembly that goes in there rather than just replacing the coupler in the coupler box. I could just replace the spring if I wanted to, but like I said, I wanted to get the newer style, the scale head couplers on it anyway, so I'll probably go ahead and replace it. All right, so James, you've got your cork down. Let's hope it. Yeah, that's right, James, with 158. Let's hope your cork laying is much better than mine. So I don't know where I go wrong laying track, but I lay the cork down. I measure it out carefully. I put it up against a straight edge, and then I try to do the same for the track. And I don't know, when I replaced the switches, my track laying was just way off, way off. I said I have a 3-inch piece of straight track in between two of my switches that I didn't have there before, just to make things straight. That's crazy. So, but now everything's straight. Weld bond. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with it. Oh, that's great, James. You don't want to see me. Here, I'll put my camera down on my bicentennial unit. You'd rather see it than see me. Randall Ellison, how you doing? I don't think I saw you in here earlier. Well, that's good. Fussy's good. Be fussy now at the beginning. You won't regret it later, I tell you. You absolutely will not regret it. There's I don't know if he's fussy in the way of trying to lay track like a prototype or not, but you know, there's a reason railroads lay track the way they do, and it's to make the job as easy as they can with laying the least amount of track, and that's sometimes what we overlook when we're trying to design our railroads. People want to create switching problems, and I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but that's good. You know, if you want to create a switching problem, that's fine. But I think it's the best thing to do is lay it so you can do your job the easiest way, right? And that's what the prototypes do. They don't try to create problems in switching. I don't want to have my switcher or my engine get in someplace and not be able to get out, or you know, have too many cars to be in a certain location. That's just not, for me, that's not fun. So. Well, everybody's quiet now that I got back on. This is pretty cool. If we'll see what Jason helped me do. So when I blow the crossing horn on my engine here, it the bell comes on and the rotary beacon lights up. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it'll stay on, I've got it set to stay on 15 seconds. Yeah, there are switching problems in the real world. That's true, but nobody sets out to make them difficult. And I think sometimes, I know that there's a model railroad club I operate at sometime has an odd place, and it's an odd place to get in and out of. But and then, like I said, you're right. I mean, there's problems. Your ears. There are switching problems in the real world, but I wouldn't try to design them on purpose that way. Well, New Haven, I actually had to paint mine. See you, Wilmer. Take care. God bless you. I had to paint my my bicentennial units. So I painted both of them. KCS only had two. This one, the SD40-616 and SD40-2, which was 642, and that's the only two they had. So I had to paint them because nobody makes them. Thank you. That's a good thing, James. Paint it a gray color, and then if you're thin and spots on your ballast, nobody's going to notice it. So I painted mine. I went to Home Depot, and it's a color called elephant skin. So, and it turned out to be just the perfect color. So if you want a recommendation for a good color, that's the one I got. I'm sure it's a standard color, Glidden or PPG, one of those. You can probably get them, even if they don't have the paint card, they can pull it up on the computer if that's the color you want to use. Really? It's been sitting there for that long? Wow. Yep, Benjamin Moore probably. It doesn't matter if you know a color; they can pull it up on the computer and mix it. Jeep 9s, huh? Yeah, they just came out with a bunch of Jeep 9s. Walters did. So Norman, the Kansas City Southern, when the bicentennial was coming up, instead of trying to design a red, white, and blue paint job, they went to and had a contest among elementary school children, and there was a little girl in the 5th grade, and I guess what they did is they gave everybody a line drawing of an SD40, and so there was a little girl in the 5th grade that won the contest. And that's the design she came up with, and they called it the Crayola because it looks like she used every crayon in the box to design it. But really, I think there's only 12 colors on it. I forget how many exactly, but anyway, it's something. Yeah, try putting pink and green and brown on a bicentennial unit with yellow stars. That was kind of outlined in red. That was kind of strange. Yeah, KCS, especially up until the 90s, they were always kind of family oriented in a way, and so even when coming to hiring, you almost couldn't get hired there unless you were a family member, somebody who already worked there. So that's what they wanted to do for their bicentennial. I've heard mixed stories from engineers that they liked it and hated it and everything else. It's very odd. It's very odd that when I was in '76, there was a guy in the Model Railroad Club that I was a part of that worked out at Doremus Yard for Kansas City Southern, and he actually bought or got samples of the original paint and had them in baby food jars. And boy, what I wouldn't give to have those baby food jars today, because what I had to do is just go from my memory and also photographs of what it looked like. So that's how I painted. That's how I painted mine. Now the colors are in the exact locations. They're correct. I just don't know how accurate they are to the original. They're very close, but you know, when you're looking at photographs, depending on lighting and everything else, colors can fool you. So when I painted my other one, which I'll grab real quick. SD40, the details that was a little bit different, but there's the SD40. So when I painted it, I went a little bit lighter on some of the colors than I did on my SD40. On my Dash 2, I went just a little bit lighter. Plus, I don't think I'm going to weather my Dash 2 at all. I did weather the other one. So. And KCS didn't keep them clean. Believe me, I've seen pictures that they're just horrible. So, but so it's like I said, it's a little bit lighter than the SD40, but basically the same. Yeah, James, there were some atlases made by Kato. Stewart also had some Kato motors and under frames in some of their locomotives too. So I always like to get the Stewarts that have the Kato motors in them because they run really nicely. So thanks, Norman. They are unique. The only other two I know about, well, the one that was made back in the 70s by that guy I told you that worked out for KCS out at the yard. I think he had an SD45 converted because none of the model manufacturers had started making SD40s yet. So I think he converted an SD45, kind of modified it and made it. And I did see another one somebody had painted that was on the internet. Somebody was selling it on YouTube about a year or 2 years ago. But I don't think it's sold. So those are the only other ones I know of. No, Jerry, that's not the scanner. That's actually the sound decoder. It's a Tsunami sound decoder in here, and it has radio chatter on it that you can turn off and on. All right, Randall, we'll take care. So that's what you hear. All right, guys. Well, we're almost 2 hours into this, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate everybody sticking with me. Glad we got to chat. do some switching that I needed to get done, and so you guys take it easy. See you, James. Take it easy. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and for those of us in the U.S., have a great 4th of July. And once again, happy Canada Days to my Canadian friends. So we will see you next time.